Hi, Mohammed. Welcome.
Hello, how are you? Hello.
Oh, give me a moment. My headphones.
Okay. You listen to me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. Excuse me, please. Je vais vous dire, est-ce que c'est possible de faire les cours le samedi à 9 heures? Parce que là, il y a le samedi à 1h30, parce qu'on a des projets, on a des choses à faire. Donc, je ne sais pas. Est-ce que...
9 heures. So 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, please.
Perhaps I will ask the other members of Languistic, and we'll see if we can arrange something.
Excuse me, I don't stand your...
Pas de problème. Je vais contacter l'école, les membres de l'équipe linguistique,
Oui,
et
oui.
on va discuter si c'est possible.
D'accord, parce que moi, comme je vous ai dit la dernière fois, I reading horses and coaching and
I have many things.
Yes.
Donc it's impossible
Yes, it's
faire les cours faire les cours samedi à 13h30, it's impossible.
I understand. We will have to see if there are other people who feel the same way. On va voir si il y a des autres personnes qui ont le même problème, et
Okay.
on va voir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, my pleasure. Hello, Mohammed. This is your wife?
Yes, my wife is yes.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome, Diana. Good to see you. And Yves Rose, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. You?
I'm doing well, thank you. Welcome to the Saturday conversation.
Okay.
Mohammed was just saying that the time of this conversation, 1:30 p.m., is problematic for him. He would prefer that the conversation took place earlier in the day, like 9 a.m. Yves Rose, is this a good time for you? 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon?
At 9 p.m. or a.m.?
1:30 p.m. now, is it a good time for you?
p.m.
9 a.m.
I am.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. I am. Okay. Je pensais que c'était p.m. là.
No, a.m.
No, okay,
We'll see.
I am is correct. It's right for me.
It works for you? Okay. That's good to know. Yves Rose, Mohammed joined last week and he introduced himself. He is an equestrian. So for work, he rides horses and he teaches other people to ride horses.
To do what?
So he is an equestrian, which means that he rides horses. Or he teaches other people to ride horses. Let me write the sentence here.
Hello.
He rides horses.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes. Yves Rose, do you understand?
No, I don't understand.
Mohammed, one of the people here. Do you speak French, Yves Rose?
Si. Yes.
Ok. Moi, je parle un peu, mais je peux essayer à traduire la phrase en français. Mohamed rides horses for work. Pour travail, Mohamed monte des cheval. C'est quoi la phrase en français?
C'est comme difficile pour lui l'heure de pratique ou je sais pas.
Il monte à cheval. Pour travail, Mohamed.
I'm reading horse and coaching.
Yes, he also.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He teaches others to ride horses as well. Il apprend aux autres à monter à cheval.
That's here in Quebec?
Yes, he does this in Quebec. He does this, I believe, in the north of Montreal. Last week, he gave us the name of the place where he works. In any case, perhaps it would be useful to practice a conversation, which I have already created. Let me share my screen so you can see what I have. It's a conversation that I've already written between two people, person A, person B, in order to practice certain phrases that we use when we're talking. Mohammed, would you like to be person A? Mohammed, est-ce que tu veux essayer à participer comme personne A?
Maybe he's not here.
Maybe he's busy. Yves-Rose, would you like to be person A?
Okay.
Okay, it might be useful to.
I'm going to read the person A.
Yes, the red text.
The red. Okay.
And then Diana, do you want to try person B?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why don't we get started then? Go ahead, Yves-Rose. Yes, we can begin.
Hi, how are you? How are you today?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Do you have any hobby?
Yes, I do. I like to paint. What about you?
That's great. I like to play the guitar. How long have you been painting?
Thank you very much. Let me just add a few people who arrived. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome, Sumaya.
Hi.
Ah, Michelle, I'm well, thank you. How are you both?
I'm fine.
Yves-Rose and Diana are practicing a conversation. They just read it out loud. Diana, I noticed when you were reading the first line, hello, I am good. Instead of saying I am good, you said I'm good. Like this. I'm good. Which is a more informal way of talking. That's a nice way to talk in a conversation. Yves-Rose, I'm not sure if you heard that, but Diana said, I'm good, instead of I am good, which worked very well. Welcome, Kumba.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Fine.
One of the difficult phrases in this conversation is, how long have you been painting? It's a question and it uses the present perfect tense. So it's a bit tricky. You can ask this question of a lot of things. How long have you been a teacher, Kumba?
10 years, more than 10 years.
Oh my goodness. How long have you been baking, Sumaya?
More than 7 years.
More than 7 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Michelle, how long have you been eating in your car?
Sorry, I working. Now
not
I
a
am in my
problem.
break. In my
It's
break.
okay. No problem. How
I
long?
participate only 10 minutes, that's it.
Okay.
No
How-
problem.
How
Sorry.
long is your break?
10 minutes, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Diana, how long? What can I ask Diana? How long have you been interested in working as a flight attendant?
Like 2 years.
2 years. Okay. And Yves Rose, what can I ask you? You just joined the conversation. Michelle Ismea Kumba, we have a new
New
a new student today.
Okay.
Yves Rose,
Oui.
Welcome.
welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Like Diana, she's a bit mysterious because the camera is turned off, but that's okay.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome back, Mohammed.
Oh,
Mohammed,
Sorry.
how long have you been riding horses?
55.
55 years you've been riding horses?
Yeah, 45.
45. Wow. Oh my goodness.
wow.
Incredible. Okay, let's keep the conversation going. I'm sure we'll have more things to say. Diana, Yves Rose, let's keep going. Go ahead, Diana.
I have been painting for 3 years. And you, how long have you been playing the guitar?
Sorry. Yves Rose? Thank you.
I have been playing the guitar for 2 years. Do you paint every day?
No, I usually paint on weekends. Then, do you play the guitar?
Thank you very much. There are some useful phrases here. I have been doing this for 3 years. I have been a teacher for 10 years. That would be for Kumba. I have been baking for 7 years. That's Sumaya. I have been riding horses for 45 years. That's Mohammed. Incredible. And then another useful question. Do you paint every day? I'm curious to ask Sumaya.
Okay.
Do you bake every day?
No, not every day.
Almost.
Once or twice a week.
Once or twice a week?
Yeah.
Right. And I remember last week you said that you were taking a break from baking and you decided to focus more on cooking.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Excuse me, what is the difference?
Between how long have you been and do you paint every day?
No, what do you say? Cook and another.
Baking and cooking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. From my understanding, baking involves dough, bread, and cooking involves heat and any other food. Let me see if I can get a better explanation, though.
Baking. The baker is baking. No.
So, how can we talk about the difference? I mean, you can certainly think about the differences in terms of what is created. When we bake bread, we bake cakes, we bake pastries, we bake cookies, we bake pies. But when we cook meat, we cook vegetables, we cook soup, we cook stews, we cook sauces. In French, if it helps, it's pâtisserie for baking, and for cooking, it's cuisine.
Cuisine. Yeah.
Does that
In French, pâtisserie et boulangerie.
and
Le pain,
boulangerie?
yeah, pâtisserie, c'est pour les gâteaux. Yeah. And cuisine, it's cooking.
It's like everything else that involves heat in the kitchen, almost.
And when you do barbecue, are you baking or are you cooking?
I think I think you're cooking.
I cooking. Yeah.
Does that make sense, Diana?
Mm-hmm.
So I found some more information to explain the difference. It's interesting to think about the difference because I've never considered it before. But baking uses dry heat in an oven, and cooking can involve multiple heat sources and methods. So baking specifically takes place in an oven.
That's what I want to say. Yeah. That's in oven.
It's also worth mentioning that baking requires a lot of precision. You have to be very specific with your measurements. I'm sure Sumaya has had this experience. You put a little bit too much yeast, it's a completely different good.
Exactly. Nick, it make me laugh because every time I want to bake, I want to do cake, and I never measure. And every time I lost. Yes, it is very horrible.
Yeah.
You have to be so precise when you're baking.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't have the patience.
You don't have the patience.
No.
Something that always surprises me when I'm making muffins or a cake, the amount of time you spend beating the mixture.
Yeah.
If you beat for too long, then there's too much air. But if you beat for too little, it's too flat. Is that correct, Sumaya?
No. Yeah.
You have to be precise.
You have to be very precise.
Yeah. And we don't can put all the ingredients
at the same time.
At the same time. Yeah.
That's interesting. When you're cooking, you can add ingredients a bit more sporadically. You have more flexibility. But if you're baking, you have a very specific order. First the flour, then this, then this. Yeah. Wow. This is
I will
why
continue to buy my cake at the grocery.
you prefer to just buy the cake.
Yeah, just buy it.
Me too. That's what I did today. I will be celebrating somebody's birthday tomorrow. I bought the cake. Keep it simple.
Good idea.
Sumaya was too busy to make the cake for me this week.
Now for me it's easy because and I love it. I love baking the.
It must be very similar to creating a work of art. Once you're familiar with the process, you engage in this very specific this very precise activity quite easily.
What art?
It's like c'est comme être une artiste un peu.
Okay.
Especially in drip cake and cake of birthday and.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's great. Let's keep going. Let's see how this conversation develops. I think this is Yves Rose is the rouge.
I play the guitar and the evening after work. What do you like to paint?
I like to paint landscapes and animals. What kind of music do you play on the guitar?
I like to play rock and pop music. Do you have a favorite painting?
Yes, my favorite painting is one of a sunset over the mountains. Do you have a favorite song to play?
Thank you very much. You're both pronouncing the words very clearly. I noticed, Diana, you hesitated before you said landscapes. What is a landscape? Kumba, do you have a good definition of a landscape?
Landscape. I know. I have no idea. No.
It's like a painting of mountains or a painting of the desert.
Mm.
But a landscape always involves the natural world, mountains, rivers, forests, valleys.
Okay.
This is a landscape painting. Some people only paint landscapes.
Mm.
Probably the most popular landscape is a sunset.
The paysage.
Paysage.
Paysage, yeah.
Exactly.
That landscape.
Paysage.
And I like this expression in the first sentence. I play the guitar in the evening after work. That's a useful expression to use when describing when you do something. So, for example, I relax with a cup of tea at noon after I have put my son to bed for a nap.
It describes a habit.
Distinction.
It does describe a habit. That's right. Kumba, do you have a similar habit that you can describe in this way?
Maybe a habit at work.
Okay.
I take my break every day at 11.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You work from 8 until 11 and then you take a break?
11 until 12, and at that time I have my lunch.
Okay. Do you find it's a bit early for lunch? A lot of people eat lunch at noon or 1.
Not for me, because I'm doing intermittent fasting.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
of course. You're very flexible when it comes to
Yeah.
the time at which you eat.
Yeah, I'm how to say, je suis pressé, comme on dit.
Je suis pressé. I am
I'm in rush, no?
You are rushed?
Yeah.
You feel rushed, stressed?
No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting the moment.
You're impatient?
Yeah, impatient. Yeah, I want it to happen quickly.
Oh, okay. So
Because I'm hungry.
I see. So in fact, when 11 comes around, you're ready. You're hungry.
Yeah.
You're going to start eating right away.
Yeah.
Okay. Sumaya, do you have a habit that you engage in the evening after something has happened?
In the morning, I like take my breakfast and watch TV when my children go one in the school at the school and the other at the daycare.
Okay, lovely. So after you have dropped your children at school or at the daycare, you like to relax and watch
I'm
TV.
alone. I'm alone, and my husband at work.
And you like to watch TV. What do you watch on TV, out of curiosity?
Some émissions françaises.
Okay, some French TV shows.
Yeah.
Okay. Yves Rose, do you have a habit like that? Every morning you do something, every evening you do something?
My habit is after work.
After work, yes?
After work, I'm going to school 3 days. I'm going to school after. Wait, I'm going to school.
Okay.
What
are you studying at school?
I'm studying education specialist. Education, yeah.
I study. That's Kumba. That's something that you have done as well, isn't it? You have specialized in education.
Yeah, we have it in our school, in each school here. When students have problem in the class, you call them and they bring it to talk with him or to give him punishment or
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Okay.
But okay.
So is this correct to say, Yves, after work I go to
I
school
go to school.
to study education?
Exactly.
Okay.
3 days.
For 3 days?
For 3 days.
Ah.
Trois fois par semaine, 3 jours par semaine. 3
Okay.
days.
3 days a week?
Okay, 3 days of week.
So then I would write it like this. 3 days a week after work, I go to school to study education.
I want to study this specialty at Cégep Marie-Victorin, but the inscription were closed.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
I don't know.
You wanted to specialize in education. You wanted to receive a degree in relation to education, but the sign-up period has ended.
Yeah, you can say registration period, no?
Yes, the registration period has ended.
I think the deadline is on March. Yeah, for autumn semester.
Okay.
They have information, séance d'information at June, on June.
Ah.
And yeah.
Séance de formation.
Yeah, séance de formation.
Ah, a training session. Is it for new students?
No, it's for all. And I can have more information pour les prochaines inscriptions.
I see. It's like an information session. It's a day when you can attend the Cégep to ask questions and perhaps even see the classrooms.
Yeah.
Future student.
That's great.
Becoming student, yeah.
Whenever I see groups of interested students at the college where I work, I'm always on my best behavior. I try to look professional in front of them.
Yeah. Good.
And
you give information, and you give them all information about the.
No, I'm not responsible for sharing information.
Okay.
Diana, did you have a question?
Yeah, why you try to be in front of them?
Oh, I see. It was a bit of a joke, but I said that whenever I see these groups of people who are interested in becoming students, whenever I see them at the college where I work as a teacher, I want to make a good first impression.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I make sure that,
you wear a suit. You wear a suit and
yes, I wear a suit.
Suit and cravat. What do you say, cravat?
A tie.
A tie, yeah.
It's true.
You look like a very good teacher.
I look like a good teacher.
You're a good teacher.
Thank you, Kumba. You're a teacher, so you should know if I'm a good teacher.
Yeah,
all right, let's keep going with this conversation and see what happens. Here we go. This is the end of the conversation. Yves, I think that's you at the beginning.
Yes, I love to play A Jude by the...
Oh, sorry. The presentation has a life of its own.
By the... It's fun and easy to play.
Perfect. Diana, I think this is you.
That's so nice. Maybe one day you can play it for me.
Sure. And maybe one day you can show me your painting. Painting.
I will like that. It's fun to share our hobbies.
Yes, it is. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye.
That's how we end all of our conversations on Saturday. Have a nice day. Bye. Or you could say have a pleasant afternoon, have a lovely evening. It's a moment where you can improvise.
See you next time. Take
See
care.
you next time.
Take care.
Yeah.
Take care. Sometimes I will make a joke and say Happy New Year.
Ah.
Excuse me?
Yes?
What is the pronunciation after by there?
By the Beatles?
Beatles? Okay.
So the Beatles, yes, the Beatles. It's a. Do you know who the Beatles are?
Yeah. Group of musicians.
Yes, they're a very popular group of musicians in the States.
In the
I think
60s, I think. 60s?
I think so. They're from the. I think they're from the UK. They're from England.
Yeah. England. I think.
I used to listen to a lot of their music when I was growing up. It's fun and easy to play. Yes, Hey Jude is a pretty fun song. It is easy to play, if you know how to play an instrument. Actually, I'm curious. Does anybody here play an instrument? Does anybody here play the piano or the guitar?
Not me.
Not me.
Not Sumaya, not Kumba.
No. What is the meaning of Hey Jude?
Hey Jude, it's like if I said, Hey Kumba, Hey Sumaya.
Jude, it is
Okay.
okay.
It's no.
Yes, Jude is a name.
I
So-
like playing the piano, but
but you're not very good. If you take pleasure in something, you will improve. You will get better.
mhm.
And you, Nick, which instrument do you play?
I play the piano,
Piano. Okay.
and
Yeah. That's true.
actually, I used to play in a small group, very frequently. I used to play in a jazz quartet. So let me maybe I
Do
can
you
find.
have a piano at home?
Yes, I have an electric piano.
Good.
So I used to play in a jazz quartet, a bit like this. Let me share a picture.
Are you popular?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna check on internet.
But you can find an album on Spotify where I am one of the musicians.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me share a picture of a jazz quartet. This is a jazz quartet. There are 4 individuals. There's a piano player, a pianist, there's a trumpet player, there's a bassist, and there's a drummer. Yes, Sumaya?
Is it a
A big guitar. It's a cello, no?
There is a large guitar that is a cello, but this one is a double bass. It's even bigger.
Okay.
So
But
there's a cello and double bass.
And the feature, I would like to play the basses and the feature.
You would like to play the double bass in the future?
Yes,
Very nice.
Yes.
Do you listen to a lot of musicians who play the double bass?
What?
Do you listen to many artists who play the bass?
No.
Est-ce que tu écoutes beaucoup de musiciens qui jouent le basse comme ça?
See, the musician Asian. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
In my church.
In your church.
Yeah.
The gospel, yeah.
Gospel music?
Mhm.
Yes.
That's lovely.
Yeah, I love it.
Me too. Beautiful music.
Mhm.
The church is a wonderful place to hear good music.
Mhm.
If anybody is curious, if they want to hear me play the piano,
I'm curious.
then
yeah.
you
I
can
agree.
find
Yeah.
this album on Spotify if you use the Spotify app.
And we can have it live now. No.
Yes, just a moment. Let me bring the piano.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, good.
It's a joke.
Unfortunately, the piano is too far away.
Yeah. No problem.
Yes, but it's a lovely hobby. Well, thank you, Yves and Diana, for the participating in the conversation, and I hope there were a few phrases that you will remember.
And the class is over?
Oh no, we still
Okay.
have
No.
about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay.
So if anybody wanted to share something, I don't know. Let me think of what I can share, since we have some more time. I have a question for all of you. Does anybody use a Kindle, an electronic book?
Kindle. No, not me.
No, not me.
No? Yves?
No.
C'est comme un livre, mais c'est électronique.
J'ai l'habitude de le voir, mais ça va utiliser, par exemple.
I don't want to read on screen. No.
I understand. The screen is designed so that it does not have a strong effect on your eyes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you might be surprised if you were to try it one day to discover that it's quite a comfortable experience. But it's not the same as having a book in your hands, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just have one book in each Kindle or many books?
No, you can have many books.
Okay.
This is the
cool.
advantage of owning a Kindle is if you go on vacation, instead of bringing 5 or 6 books, you can just bring your little e-reader, as it's called, an e-reader.
Inspired, bringing your library, you bring the Kindle. Okay.
That was an interesting word that you used. You said in spite of?
Yeah.
You could say instead of bringing many books, you can bring your e-reader.
Instead of bringing.
Let me think of a sentence beginning with in spite of. In spite of her difficult morning, she was in a good mood in the afternoon. What about this sentence?
In spite of her difficult morning, she was in a good mood. Okay. It's like an opposition between two ideas.
Yes, it's very similar to instead of.
Okay.
But instead of, there's a substitution instead of this. But in spite of is two things that exist simultaneously, but they're different.
Okay.
Maybe I can share some more sample sentences. Let me share a few more. So here we go. Let's try instead. Instead of going to the beach, we decided to hike in the mountains.
To hike, yeah.
You could also say she had tea instead of coffee this morning. It's always one replaces the other. Beach instead of mountains, or tea instead of coffee.
In French, you
In
have
case, au lieu.
Au lieu de.
Yeah, we have
Okay. Okay.
one word in French, au lieu de.
But it's 3 words.
Three au
No?
lieu de. Two words, but the same expression to.
I see.
Yeah.
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 They used email instead of regular mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in spite of is a bit different, and I wonder what the French equivalent is. In spite of the rain, they went ahead with the picnic.
Malgré.
Malgré?
Malgré
That's
que.
right, malgré. Malgré la pluie, ils ont continué le pique-nique.
Ouais.
Yes, that's it. Let me show you another one of in spite of.
Collaboration with your French teacher and English teacher.
It's useful, huh?
Yeah, the result is good.
He succeeded in his career in spite of his lack of education. C'est pas un remplacement comme au lieu de.
Yeah.
Non, yeah.
Malgré.
Yeah, malgré que.
Malgré.
Normalement que l'action se termine, mais elle continue quand même. Ouais.
C'est ça. She enjoyed the concert in spite of the loud noise from the crowd. And I have another tip for you. It's an interesting
Crowd. What is the meaning of crowd?
Crowd. Beaucoup de personnes. C'est
la foule. No.
I don't know the word in French. Let me check. Yes, foule.
La foule.
Like full.
La foule.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me practice my. Since you have all been practicing your English, now I'm going to practice my French. Elle a profité de concert. Du concert. Elle a profité du concert malgré le bruit de la foule.
De la foule. Ouais.
Okay, provenant de la foule. Yeah, good.
What's that, Kumba? What do I do now?
From the crowd, provenant de la foule. Come from the the noise come from the crowd.
So I should say elle a profité du concert malgré
malgré le bruit.
Malgré le bruit.
Provenant de la foule.
Provenant de la foule.
What's the phrase?
Provenant.
Yeah,
means coming from the crowd.
Like this, provenant de.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming from, provenant de. So in the future, I can say, il y a beaucoup de bruit provenant d'auto.
Des voitures, ouais.
De voitures. But I realize many people say auto and not
auto
voiture.
In Quebec,
yeah. In Quebec, yeah.
Auto, yeah.
J'ai commencé à dire auto en conversation parce que j'ai pensé, voiture, c'est trop français.
C'est trop français, trop académique. Français.
Mais
Soumaya, you're Algerian, no?
Yeah.
We study in French from France.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, when I was first exposed to French in high school, I studied French from France.
Yeah. It's very
good.
It's
even now I find it easier to understand French from France because it's spoken at a slower pace.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean,
and
maybe
good to listen. It's not French like English and French like here. Quebec.
Yes, I maybe it's the difference between English from England and English from the USA. I'm not sure.
USA.
Yeah. Some difference, many differences.
I wanted to share something with everybody. In spite of, so we have talked about in spite of and instead. And there's another word you can use instead of in spite of. You can say despite.
Despite.
It has exactly the same meaning. You use it in exactly the same way. I think it's more informal. It's more conversational to say despite.
Despite is for writing, no?
In spite of is for writing, perhaps.
And despite for oral?
For conversation.
For conversation. Okay.
But you can be flexible. You can choose. I think most people will not pay too much attention to which you decide to use.
Okay. But in French, some word you can use. There are some words you can use in oral, but not in writing.
Oh yeah, which words?
For example, when you say t'es là, are you here? T'es là.
Ah.
You can write it t'es là. When you write it,
you have to write.
And combat, ça, comme on dit, ça, c'est cela.
Ça?
Ça.
Ça,
Si.
c'est ça. Yes, right. Ça, you can use it when you write it. No.
Normalement, on dit cela. Yeah.
Oh.
T'es là, it's T, comma, E-S.
Is cela is a way to say this?
Cela, yeah, that, this.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you're pronouncing, when you're speaking in conversation?
Ça.
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 Si.
Oh.
A.
Formal.
I see.
It's formal.
Cela is the formal version of ça.
And t'es là, when you are speaking, you can say t'es là, but when you're writing, you are going to write tu es là. Tu es là.
Like this.
Like a broken French or broken English.
Like t'inquiète, c'est ne t'inquiète pas.
Tu t'inquiètes.
Donc là, il faut compatriot. I don't know là. La prononciation, c'est comme do not et don't.
Yes. Exactly. Do not becomes don't in the same way that cela, I think, becomes ça, or t'inquiète. Exactly. Did you know, fun fact?
Fun fact? No.
Fun fact, have you seen this word before?
O'clock, yeah. 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock. You'll notice there is an apostrophe in the word, an apostrophe.
Okay.
Because in the same way, do not becomes don't. We have of the clock becomes o'clock.
O'clock.
Of the clock.
About it. Okay.
I think it's of the clock. Let me just confirm. Yes, of the clock.
Of the clock. O'clock.
It is 10 of the clock. Anyway.
Okay.
Well, thank you for the French lesson, everybody.
Thank you for the English lesson.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope you found the opening conversation useful, Yves-Rose and Diana. And as always, it's lovely to see everyone, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Please come back.
Yeah.
Next week is 1 heure.
1h30.
Okay.
There was one student here, Mohamed, who said c'est plus facile à 9h du matin.
Non.
Mais je sais pas si ça va marcher avec beaucoup de
Match, non.
La majorité emporte.
la majorité, ça marche pas. Yves-Rose, ça marche pour toi, je pense.
Si, mais 1 heure, that's correct for me.
Okay, 1h30, c'est correct?
That's correct for me, 9 heures.
Okay, we will have to find another solution for Mohammed. Okay, I'll see you at 1:30 next week. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.